What's up everybody, I hope you're all happy and well. I'm Jay and welcome to my channel. And welcome to Off the Grid DLC. Now I thought I'd try something a little bit different here, just to see how it goes. I'm not going to show you how to play these hospitals, I'm going to take you for a little tour around them. After 20 years on each of these hospitals, I'm going to show you what I got. And we shall be starting with Wanderoff. So come, join me, see what you reckon. So here it is then. This is Wanderoff. And we're actually, as you can see, building outside. And for a start, we have 7 GPs. Now, I did actually start off with 2. And obviously, as time went on and the busier we got, we built up more. So there's 7. This is new illness that we've been challenged with. As you can see, a whale comes up, spits him out. He gives a little thumbs up and says, yep, all good. And he's cured. There you go. It's quite cheap. But yeah, this is the one. All of these buildings and all of these machines are level 5 and level 3. If you look to your right, you will see that we have the injection room, which again is a level 5 room and has been upgraded to level 3. As we walk around Wanderoff, we have 3 DNA machines. I have my little training and research area, making sure that these are all trained up and ready for go. We have one there that needs promoting. We have the toilets, we have a pharmacy, and again we have another woodwork. I don't think I said that for a start, but yeah, this is woodwork, and that's the new illness. There is other illnesses as well, but they're a little bit... This guy down here, he's suffering from ramshacked. That's a new illness. He looks interesting, doesn't he? Some of these could actually be done in better rooms than just sending them to the pharmacy. But yeah, that's ramshacked. I put these ice globes down, and I didn't realise how good they were. They really do cool the area right down, so if you are struggling to keep these places cool, put one of these down. I know it costs a lot of money, but they are really good for keeping everywhere cool. As we move on, we have the level 3 recovery. Now this was kind of requested after the second star. Over the little bridge, another staff room for my staff. Obviously you've got to keep them happy because I think that's one of the challenges. If you look up here, we have the cure rate and we have staff happiness. Obviously we have patient happiness, how nice it is, if there's any dirt and hygiene about, and then you've got your reputation. This is a wellness index. This is something that you have to try to improve, so you get half or whatever it is the amount of your funding from the wellness funding. And then we have lightheadedness, turtleneck, that's that in that little area there. We have another toilet for them. Obviously we've got people like nearly dying. As we move down, we've got shock horror, we've got Pan's lab. So here we go, we have Pan's lab. We ain't doing bad for cures at the moment. I think this guy will be cured. Yes, he will. We have the marketing room next to Pan's lab. We have shock horror. Guy's just walked out. He's been cured of shock horror. We have 2 surgeries. We have pest control. And just over the top, we have the fracture clinic. We're starting to get busy in the pharmacy. Why are we starting to get busy in the pharmacy? I don't know, but we're getting busy. I got myself 2 Grey's Anatomy because we did actually get quite busy because they kept asking, you know, can you take in all these Grey Anatomies? And we had to say, yeah, bring them in. Give us a bit of money. That's them challenges that come every now and then. Another staff room, another toilet. Moving on here, there you go, look, we have, now did I put a marketing campaign for something? I might have done, yes I did. I put a marketing campaign on for the pharmacy. We have the clown clinic, we have 3 psychiatrists, another staff room, and then the ward. This was a nice level to do. It was all opened up so you could build wherever you like. Not like other levels that you kind of have to open up yourself or whatever, but yeah, this is pretty nice one to do. The money, or obviously the amount that they pay, is not as much as what it can be. It is quite cheap. But after 25 years, I've made £12 million, which ain't too bad. As for my awards, I ain't done too bad with Employee of the Year. I've kind of got that nearly every year, but it's been hit and miss every other year, and we still ain't got no deaths. That's one ward that does keep evading me. There you go. We'll move on to the next hospital and see how I did there. We'll take you for a tour. So here we are in Old New Point. Now this was built actually on an old farm, an old settlement. So this was quite interesting. We'll go and have a look, see how it looks. So here we are in Old New Point, where as you can see, these guys have to walk all the way up there just to get seen by a GP. This level does get them to walk a lot. They have to walk far, which I'll show you as we go through. But for a start, we've got the GPs. We've got 5 GPs in this area. We've got them a toilet, a staff room, and dodgy food. I say dodgy food. You have to wait for it to grow. All the other stuff has been banned and you can only put this stuff down, which is grown carrots, lemons, tomatoes, and rainwater. One of the new illnesses that we had Well, it weren't just one new illness, it was quite a few of them actually. And we had to cure them in here, which is the herb garden. Now this did make quite a bit of money, so if you can get a lot of people in here and you can get a lot of these, you'll get quite a bit of money. The only one illness in here that really shows anything is green fingers, and that's just patients with green fingers. These can be upgraded. As you can see, it says power flower bed, but the vineyards can't. And not only that, for some reason I had to train a lot of my nurses in emotional intelligence because they just didn't seem very happy in there. So I had to give them a bit of happiness, a bit of boost, and that's why I had to train them up in. And also for some reason they didn't want to go for a break. They just stayed in there. So if you do have that problem, I've had it as well. So we take a walk through the GP area, and then we go to this area here, which is where my DNA machines are, a psychiatry and another GP. Over the way, we have our fracture clinic, we have lightheadedness, Pan's lab, another staff room and toilet, 2 more psychiatrists, a training room, 2 more GPs, marketing area, toilet, another staff room. I tried to put a staff room in every area just so that they, because if they do walk about, they're going to have to walk. So you really want to keep them close. And then they walk out of here and take the long walk all the way up to here. Now this room here, or this building should we say, is my research area. 2 training rooms, a staff room, toilets, and head office. The main area is this over here. There's a lot of walking. You can see that they have to do a lot of walking. So here is my main nurses hub. This is what I'm classed as my nurses hub. Again, toilet, staff room. Another new illness that we were given were destroyed. So unfortunately, no one's coming through, so I can't really show you that, but that's destroyed. Guy sits in this bucket here, gets chucked in here, goes through there, and comes out as a normal person. He looks like a scarecrow for a start. We have the clown clinic next door, the pharmacy. Again, we have ramshackled. You can see that she's taken the tomatoes, and that's all she can eat. And we have chromotherapy. That's the last room in this area right here. Over here, I have a pattern with having 2 surgeries. So there you go. There's 2 surgeries up there. Again, another staff room toilet. We have shock horror down here where a patient is actually being done at the moment. And we have our standard ward. I normally keep about 3 people in there. Oh, I've got 4. But normally on the average, I keep 3 nurses. Then over to here, you've seen this one. This is woodwork. And we're not doing bad for cures at the moment. See, 10,000, where if you looked at the last one, it was about £1,000. But this one, we were in 10,000 from it. Next door, we've got cryptology. Again, another toilet, but no staff room. We do have the injection room, and we have pest control. And that is pretty much it. I can hear deaths. There's one up there. But yeah, this is my kind of the main hub where all the illnesses are being cured. Over here is a bit hit and miss. Another little area which is a bit hit and miss with psychiatry and GPs. We've got the fracture ward there. This one, like I say, this was tough because the patients had no patience. They literally didn't have any patience. They kept storming off, and as you can see, they're half dying over there, or being unalived, if that's the new word we have to use nowadays. And we had to wait for all this food to grow. This is what these little symbols are here. They're having to grow, regenerate. And same with these down here. These have to, once they've been used, they have to regenerate. So if you've got 100 people or 50 people, whatever, see, look how miserable they all look. Then they have to wait for these to actually regenerate before they can use them. So you do tend to lose a lot of patients just because these ain't done out. So yeah, they've got a long walk all the way up to get cured. That's the problem you have, this one. And for some reason, even the nurses keep disappearing for some reason. I do not know why. So there it is. My old Newport. There you go. You might be able to see someone getting done. There he comes out. Is he going to be cured? He is. I'll have to try and find him. There you go. Look, there's the guy that gets put in that machine to be destroyed. And he's waiting to be diagnosed. So he looks like pretty much a scarecrow. So this is it. Oh, and we also get a bit of a thunderstorm or an earthquake as well, which does not help. So there you go. After 22 years, I've earned £12 million. And again, I've still got the no deaths after all them years. We've won everything else though. All right, not all the time, but we have. So let's move on to the next one, which is Windsock. This is Windsock, supposedly named after this lady here. I can't remember what her first name is, but that's why we're voting for Windsock. Now, doing this one, there's a little bit of a twist to it, because if you see here, there is solar panel. We have hydro dam, and we have a wind farm. We have to power this hospital by buying all this. You can't just buy all that. You have to buy each one individually. You have to buy this one, which you probably end up normally buying at the end. And there's more solar panels there. We start off in this little tiny room here, or building, whatever you want to call it. It is tiny. All the rooms are oddly shaped and are tiny. So you really have to try and squeeze them in. We have 3 GPs here, and we have 3 over here, as well as 2 psychiatrists and a toilet. No staff room, no staff room. So those doctors there have got to walk over here. Same with them. They've got to walk all the way over there. So you really want to, if you're going to do this one, try and put a staff room in every other building, if you can. So when you go from here, you take a walk over to here, where is my pharmacy and my ward. Again, like I say, a weird shape. Managed to put a staff room in here as well, and a little tiny toilet. And then you have to take a long walk up here to go to the injection room, chromotherapy, and the recovery room. Nice one. Well done. She's curing quite a lot of people. And obviously a little toilet. This is where people walk in from. As you can see, this guy is coming up. And another long walk over to here, which we have the woodwork room, the destroyed room, and the clown clinic. And another little toilet. Another long walk over to here. And we've got head office and the resolution lab. These all came after the second star. They didn't give you it straight away, but a lot of rooms did come for a start. And the new illness for this hospital was this one, which is tech support. Next door to tech support is the deluxe clinic. And down here we have shock horror. Another staff room as well, but no toilets. So they're going to have to walk to go to a toilet. So here we go. This is what happens in tech support. And out she comes cured. Beautiful. Unfortunately, there's only one surgery. That's all I could fit in. I did have actually a diagnosis room and Pan's lab. Another little toilet, and we did actually manage to squeeze in a staff room. Here we have the 2 biggest rooms, which is the fracture clinic and the herb garden. As you can see, these flower beds need a lot of replenishing, but this guy, he's found one, so he's going in there, look. And we managed to squeeze in another little staff room as well. And then here is my DNA machines and another pharmacy, because I did keep getting quite a lot of patients that required the pharmacy. Squeezed another staff room, no toilet, but another staff room. So that's pretty much it. There you go. There's Windsock. There's the tour of Windsock, where the buildings are scattered everywhere and people, again, have a long way to walk to get cured. So there's a little bit of an issue. As for my awards, 22 years of doing it, I've still got the No Deaths Award. But again, I've got everyone else. I seem to be doing very well with the Employee of the Year, but every other one has been a hit and miss. Sometimes I've won the Prestige. Sometimes I've won the Hospital of the Year. Sometimes I've won the Rising Star. But majority of the time, Employee of the Year. And I've managed to get myself £10 million as well. Not too bad going. So there we go. All 9 stars in the Off the Grid DLC. Thank you for joining me if you did watch this. I hope you enjoyed it. It was different to showing you how I did it. I just went for a tour. So again, thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you again. Bye-bye.